to study now on their own, they should be helped. All right. So, and I would want to start in this case here by looking at April 2022 question number 4A, leadership and management. April 2022 question number 4A. You don't have to open any question. You can just listen as I read, and then we just continue. So like now here, they wanted us to give them the skills required by managers at different levels of management, of management, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, regardless of the level of management, could be strategic or anywhere up there, you would need in this case here analytical skills. You have to analyze situations. You need to know if it's management at the CFO level. You need to know how to compute ratios. You need to know how to analyze situations here. Conceptual, technical, interpersonal, I love that, which is the same as human relation skills, communication skills. That's very good. 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 Very good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how about this one here that came last semester, April 2024, question number 2B, about features of management. Features of management. Features of management. Are you able to give us any features of management, guys? For example, managers must be goal-oriented. All right? It is a pervasive function. It's pervasive, it's big. It touches on everything in the organization. Yeah, it's forward-looking. Good managers will be doing budgeting, will be doing planning, etc. It's a continuous process. You can't say that we are only managing for 1 month and then we stop. It's a continuous process, all right? It's normally a group activity, universal in nature. That's very good. I can see you guys are ready to really just get to pass. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how about 5 techniques of scientific management as proposed by Frederick Taylor? Do you remember Frederick Taylor, the father of management science? This guy was able to use time and motion studies. Frederick Taylor, techniques of scientific management as proposed by Frederick Taylor. Do you remember them? Do you remember them? Yeah, like standardization of work. Standardization of work is the one who came up with this concept of, if it's, for example, bricks, I mean, they have to be standard. Standard in form of quantity, in terms of size, etc. Then he spoke about what is specialization. Specialization. This is the guy of Nyapara. Nyapara. Alisema employees will always need close supervision and monitoring. Employees will need close supervision and monitoring. I don't know whether they are able to follow. Undire Jamaa Nyapara, kumbuka, the father of scientific management, is the person who said that if you want these employees to work very, very hard and ensure that you pay them piece rate for every piece they produce, pay them output based. He said don't pay employees in terms of what year, like monthly etc. He said piece rate. So in this case here, we have standardization, we have a piece rate. He said that there is a scientific way of selecting workers. It's not any worker for any work. No. For example, in the building construction, this guy was recommending very tall employees, masculine employees, like that. So are we together on that, ladies and gentlemen? When they ask you a question about Frederick Taylor, the father of scientific management, will you be able to remember a few things there? Like you get Nyapara, close supervision, hautasahau hiyo, piece rate. He wanted work to be standardized. He wanted work to be specialized. In this case here, we have selecting and training of employees. Now, from there, they went ahead to ask us the other day about assumptions of McGregor. Remember, we have McGregor theory X, McGregor theory Y. McGregor is the one who said in theory X that employees are naturally lazy. McGregor theory X, employees are naturally lazy. Theory Y, employees are naturally motivated. So then here they asked us about, in this case here, assumptions of McGregor theory X. Of course, the first assumption is that the employee is lazy. They dislike work. They dislike work. They are not ambitious. They are not ambitious. They are not ambitious. All right. In this case here, they don't like responsibilities. Hawa sasa sijui kama wengi ni hawa tukihaya wanafunzi wa employees wa lower level, you know they have to be pushed. Remember McGregor Theory X said that you must push these people. That management must always do what here? Management must always intervene. Management must always intervene. That these employees will always resist what here? Will always resist change. Will always resist change. Remember the concept of Hawthorne's experiment. Is there anybody who is able to tell us something about Hawthorne's experiment? Hawthorne's experiment? Hawthorne's experiment? I'm just here to remind you guys, it happened in General Electric. I'm so sure you guys are aware of what happened in Hawthorne's experiment. Hawthorne's experiment. The concept of Elton Mayo. So I'll be able to speak about this generally. Under Hawthorne's experiment, in this case here, they were using what we called illumination studies, where they were changing lighting for those employees, those ladies who were basically sewing in General Electric. So akiongeza mwangaza, what was happening? Anytime wanaongeza mwangaza, of course we had in this case here productivity going up. Mwangaza ilipozimwa, productivity went down. So in this case here, what was the major concept that we learned here? Number one, the concept of social factors. Remember, this is what basically came to be known as what here? Came to be known as the human relations theory, the school of human relations theory. How do you relate with workers here? The social aspect. An employer, a manager, you don't have to load over. No. A manager, in this case here, you collaborate. All right? So the social factors. Let everybody feel what here appreciated. Then we have the concept of group dynamics. Remember, those ladies in this case here formed their own groups. All right. And then they started competing like intergroups. So the group dynamics, under group dynamics, the experiment revealed that the importance of group dynamics and informal social networks in the workplace. Workers formed informal groups that influence their attitudes and behavior. Group norms and peer pressure could either enhance or inhibit productivity. All right. So remember, when you talk of Hawthorne's experiment, it is how you relate with workers. How you relate with workers motivates these workers more. So should they ask about Hawthorne's experiment, will you guys be able to write something? Should they ask about Hawthorne's experiment, which happened at the General Electric, will you guys be able to write something? Remember, take it easy. This is just a very easy session. Nothing like leakage or not. Just take it easy. Just take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. So when you talk over these Hawthorne's experiment, don't forget this concept of what here, illuminating the rooms. It goes beyond what here, it goes beyond money. That's what they discovered here. That these employees in this case here will be able to do more if you involve them. Participative style of management. They also spoke about style of management. All right. Then we look at another one. Let's look at another one. So in 2023, they asked us about this lady called Mary Parker. Mary Parker Follett's theory. Mary Parker Follett's theory. Let me write here. Mary Parker. This is very easy. Mary Parker is a great lady. Mary Parker's like that. Of course, with a capital M and a capital P. Follett's management theory. So they wanted us to discuss this Mary Parker's management theory. Remember, this is a lady just very, very similar to the Hawthorne's experiment. She spoke about power with these people. Don't power over them. Power with them, not power over. Follett advocated for collaborative leadership, emphasizing shared power and a collective decision-making, leading to increased engagement and ownership among team members. She spoke about coordination over control. Focus was placed on effective coordination of people and activities, fostering smooth collaboration and reducing reliance on centralized control, empowering individuals to contribute optimally. Then we have the concept of integration and holism. Follett saw organizations as interconnected systems where individual actions impacted the whole. She advocated for considering the bigger picture and aligning individual efforts with collective goals. Then she spoke about continuous learning. These are the people who are behind what we call continuous professional development. Professional development, continuous learning and growth. And then lastly, she spoke about situational leadership. Adapting leadership styles to specific situations was key. So what can't I forget about Mary Packer? Mary Packer, I can't forget about power with. Like now what our president is doing. I mean, share this power amongst what here, many individuals. Don't take this power alone. No. Then she spoke about coordination. Let in this case here, us have coordinations between departments, between individuals. Let's have in a situation where we work, in this case here, like one item, integrated systems, and then we have continuous professional development. And then should they ask you anything about Max Weber? Should they ask you anything about Max Weber? Remember, Max Weber is the father of what here? Bureaucracy. Max Weber is the father of bureaucracy. So in this case here, should they ask us about characteristics of bureaucratic organizations based on Max Weber? Always remember the hierarchy of a company. The company must be having a hierarchy. I mean, the CEO who reports to who, like that. For you to be able to push that power downwards, hierarchy must be there. Then he spoke about division of labor. Because you can't, in this case here, be able, for you to be able to keep like proper records and everything, he spoke about specialization, departmental kind of running of a company. There must be formal rules and the procedures. Formal rules and the procedure manuals. Procedure manuals. Remember, is the one who went ahead in this case here to tell us something about what here, the Catholic Church. Catholic Church is really bureaucratic. It has in this case here a hierarchy from the Pope down. It has in this case here, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of division of labor. You'll get in this case here those parishes. I mean, they really work on very different things. All right. We have in this case here formal rules and regulations, and then we have impersonality. So assuming I was able to appoint Erastus as a minister in my government, then there is no way Erastus will say that this was my teacher, that if I call upon you to give me money, you'll be able to just go and withdraw money. No. It's impersonality. All of us in this case here should be operating under the rules and the regulations, of the company, not individuals, of the company, not individuals. So we have spoken about Mary Packer. Whenever you hear of this Packer thing, remember coordination movements, continuous learning, that will not be able to really defeat you guys. In this case here, adaptability or situational type of leadership. Unajua paka ikui hivi. Paka unajua paka unaangalia kana behave funny. All right. So coordination is very important. And then of course, the concept of what here, power with, not power over. Power with, not power over. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I believe with that, is there anything else that I would want us to look at? And remember, I'm not giving anybody any leakage. I just want to give you general points that you could use for you to do what here, for you to, there are those general points. There are those general points that you can use. Those general points that you can use for you to do what here to survive. And really, most of these things are straightforward. If, for example, you look at marketing management, what are you able to remember about marketing management? Are you able to remember the 4 P's of marketing? Are you able to remember the 4 P's of marketing? Already you guys are okay. The 4 P's of marketing, are you able to remember them? There are 7. There are 7, but in total, so we have in this case here, they are called marketing mix. So we have the product, we have the price, we have the place, we have in this case here promotion, yes. And should you go to 7 of them, then we have people. So if I repeat, the ones that you can't forget, we have here product, we have price, we have place, we have promotion. So if I just read this very fast, under product, I mean, the good or service being offered, including its features, benefits, packaging, and branding. All right. So in this case, the product you are selling here, I mean, you must be able to brand it. What are we selling as RCM? If it's a service, what is CPA, it's ETC. All right. Give its price, and the price, of course, should be what here. I mean, what, depending on the segment. Depending on the segment, it should be something that that segment should be able to afford. It should be competitive. It should be competitive. Then we have place, distribution, the channels through which the product reaches customers, including physical stores, online platforms, retailers, or direct sales channels. Choosing the right distribution channels ensures accessibility and convenience for customers. Ladies and gentlemen, these big companies are big in terms of what? They are big in terms of distribution. You see, you can't take a Unilever product in your supermarket and then you put this product just anyhowly. No, they would want you always to have what here. I mean, you must give it prominence. It has to be seen. All right. So in this case here, how you distribute. If it is a EABL, they're using nowadays DHL to distribute their products around East Africa. All right. So in this case here, we have, this is very important distribution, the channels through which the product reaches customers here, including physical ones. If it's online platforms, etc., you must be good at distributing your products. Promotion, it's about communication. You need to keep on getting to social media and communicate to people about what you are, about your product, about your products. All right. So elements of the marketing mix, that is at least you'll be able, guys, to mention something there. You can't get out of it with nothing. Then we have here 3 types of marketing strategies. Marketing strategies, remember here we are using the Porter's strategies. Porter strategies, the first one is differentiation strategy. And ensure that you're differentiating yourself from the rest. So differentiation strategy. We have cost leadership strategy, where you are basically a cost leader. When you are a cost leader, then your prices will be what here? Affordable. So I'm managing my cost as a college to ensure that my costing will be good, for my pricing to be good, so that I can get leadership in the market. And then, of course, we have here focus strategy, where we focus here. A niche or a focus strategy involves targeting a specific segment or a niche market with specialized products or services. This strategy focuses on meeting the unique needs or preferences of a particular customer groups that may be underserved by larger competitors. So we have 3 major marketing strategies. Ladies and gentlemen, we have differentiation, which focuses on creating unique and distinctive offerings here in the market. And then we have cost leadership strategy. And then we have this focus strategy, where you simply take one niche in the market and just ensure that you are targeting those guys. Now, you know, there are questions which come here which are normally very, very easy. Like you'll get this one here that came the other day about what you could consider while selecting an advertising media to use in an international market. Factors that a marketing team could consider while selecting an advertising media to use in an international market. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, I will have to look at what money do I have. Cost, yes. You must look at the cost. You must look at the benefit. I mean, the benefits in form of what the reach. Who will I be able to reach? What is its reach capacity? All right. I have to consider what the competitors are using. If the competitors are not there, I mean, what kind of model is that? What kind of model is that? What kind of model is that? Ladies and gentlemen, as you go to your exam, the most important thing is for you to know how to skirt around a question, especially the case questions. The case questions, most of the answers will be given there. All right. So if you get like a family question here, a family business, what am I able to see in a family business here? Problems that I'm able to see. If it's a family business, of course, these people will not be having internal control systems. All right. Family businesses, they'll not be having succession. I mean, I'm saying internal control systems will not be there because we'll tend to believe each other, because we're working with their brothers, sisters. So if we want to get water like this, then our brother will bring water. All right. Our brother will bring water. All right. So internal controls will be very poor there. We have issues to do with succession planning. When the father, the patriarch leaves, most likely we are going to do what? To collapse. All right. All right. So anytime they talk about succession, success, or other business, family businesses, you're supposed to look at those things wrangling in the business. After some time, we'll start wrangling here. And once in this case here, we get it in the media that a company has wrangles in between, then automatically, I mean, we are out. So of course, family-owned businesses will not be able to follow corporate governance. You'll get in this case here, the chairman, who is now my father, doing like everything in the company. All right. All right. So then automatically, even there will be discrimination of employees from the family, employees from out there. I mean, and that is why most of them really do what here, collapse. If you get a question in this case, you're talking about, I mean, general management, like now the one that came the other day about what here, about a county government, where in this case here, governor had taken a wife who was really, I mean, you know, the moment you bring your wife, in this case, to this kind of a context, then you can imagine what is going to be happening around here. Number one, there will be a lot of dictatorship. I'm not saying that women are bad, but you know, it's the mentality you give this lady that now this is like our own business. It's county government, but this is like our own business. So the moment you give that kind of mentality in the company, then automatically now, I mean, there will be a lot of dictatorship. And once we have dictatorship, then creativity within the firm will be stifled. Nobody will be willing in this case to discuss major things in the company. Nobody. So there are questions once you see, and always remember these are management questions. Management always think about what here, those major functions of management. The planning, if you remember them, the POCC, we normally call them POC. We normally call them POC like this. So any question always try to skirt around here, all right? That the moment you have brought in a family here, chances are you'll not be forward-looking, you'll not be planning, you'll not be very good organizers, because now you're being hired into this organization on the basis of what here? Relationships, not on the basis of your capabilities, all right? So you'll not be able to organize things very well there. Little coordinations, because those employees who are not family, all right, will not in this case here be able to, I mean, they will feel like, I mean, we are not part and parcel of this, you know, for coordination to be seamless, we need to be like, I mean, all of us, we're here to work. All right. Nobody in this case is here to like get information and take this information to my boss. We're here to work. So you must talk about this. We have communication. The moment in this case you brought in your wife, and you're a governor there, you will stifle communication totally. Because now everybody changes from giving us nice ideas to now being a yes man. Everybody would want to please you as a family. And of course, men, when we bring in our wives, then of course it means that we step out. Now it's our wives who are ruling. And it is the other way around. Look at, for example, what is happening in Meru County. This young man, I mean, he's wasting Kawera Mwangaza. How I wish he would just go and get something to be doing by himself outside there. Like he's a good singer, right? And then he leaves the wife. I mean, it is the wife who was appointed that position. Who will not be having those back and forths of this lady being fired by the MCAs. All right. So once you bring in this family into the business context, then automatically like communication, people will start fearing generally. All right. And then the concept of controlling, you know, businesses, you're supposed to control what here, to control operations. So I'm so sure you guys are really ready for this exam. You know, there are questions like reasons why companies expand internationally. Those are reasons, I mean, you can easily get even without going to anybody's class. We expand internationally simply because, ladies and gentlemen, we would want to get new markets to diversify what here, our risks here, to enjoy economies of scale, because now we have many customers and perhaps we are serving them from one base we are producing here. So we'll be able to operate at what here at maximum. All right. We can expand internationally, especially with European companies. They expand to our side here simply because they would want to minimize their cost. Labor here is cheap. Labor is cheap. You can expand internationally to gain technology, to gain new technology, etc., new markets, etc. Another one, like advantages of international company to host country. This is foreign direct investment. International over advantages of international company to host country. The hosting country, of course, will be able to raise taxes. The host country, of course, will be able to get employment opportunities for their people. The host country will be able to get new skills and technology. Of course, new technology is being transferred to this country here. All right. All right. We are going to get new products, new services, etc., 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 etc. I think, ladies and gentlemen, we are good to go. We are good to go. I know we have had like 20 minutes with you here. I believe those 20 minutes are not bad. They have not gone into waste. Now, you guys, the most important thing is that you must always keep on mentioning those terminologies. Like when they tell you like the 14 principles of Fayol. 14 principles of Fayol. That one, of course, you guys know the acronym DAD, UC, USSR, OIC. DAD, UC, USSR, OIC. So then what we'll be looking at here, they are things to do with discipline. So like when you are doing a case question, you'll get some guys are indisciplined. There are guys who are not coming to, you go and quote there. Say in this case here, for management to work, employees must be disciplined. At times you hear that there is a manager who is just laissez-faire. Even when workers are not able, they are indisciplined, he can't even sack anybody. He can't, in this case here, punish nobody. So it means that they are lacking authority. All right. You'll hear that a company, in this case here, for example, doesn't have enough bonding between employees of a company. Then you should be able to recommend this esprit de corps. I'm telling you, leadership and management is not about even classwork. It's all about, ladies and gentlemen, you being able to scatter around, bringing these ideas here and there, and keeping the wheel rolling. In an exam, you shall keep the wheel rolling. You shall keep on writing and writing. So I want to take this opportunity once more to wish you guys every success. Please go and represent us outside there. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Let's compare notes later when you finish your exams or even tomorrow. Feel free. Thank you. Bye.